every day we be grinding. And if you ask me, we the best, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day, we be grinding. And if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. When I'm spitting.
Hey. What's up, fellas? This is Coach KK. Do your offense have an identity, part 6? This is volume 2.5. And what I really mean by an identity, when you step on the field, do you have go-tos? Do you have automatic plays? Can you see different coverages? Do you have like an arsenal of weapons in your repertoire, in your mind frame to help you navigate down the field? We probably do one more video on this scheme. So let's wrap this thing up and let's get started. Gun doubles offset, gun doubles offset weak, gun normal Y off, and gun flex Y off. The reason why is because it's a 2x2 set and we want to run 2 concepts on the field at one time, usually, especially when they get in those type of defenses that mirrors another defense, like cover 2 can look just like cover 2 man, cover 3 can look like cover 1. It all depends on the alignment of the secondary and who's in the box and who's not, and the formation of the defense. So that's why we strategize and we mastermind. We have all type of running plays in our arsenal: counter trade, inside zone, halfback draw, jet touch pass, you name it, we got it. Nice. 45 base, all of that good stuff. I'm down by 14 right now, so I have nothing to lose. I always consider myself playing better when I'm from behind like this because I just don't have nothing to lose. It's time to just start shooting, aiming for the stars, letting my hair down and just going. That's how I see it when I'm down. And I usually do better and in concepts. Look at this: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41 yards. I'm down 14, but I threw a 4-yard pass and got 41 yards. Meanwhile, that guy, he got his 14 points from doing one play touchdowns and cover 4 bombs and stuff like that, So that's how the game goes. All I needed was separation. I didn't know I was going to get 41 yards, but I was just looking for separation. And that's the reason why we do this thing on the channel, because at the line of scrimmage, we're looking for one-on-one matchups or timing-based concepts. And sometimes a timing-based concept requires space, just like that, So that was in the middle of what I'm trying to talk about. That was a one-on-one matchup and it was a timing-based concept. We got, or a space type of concept. We got the tight end that made him take that step. I was worried about him not taking the step. If he wouldn't have took the step, I would have had to improvise a little bit. So I kind of gambled on that, and I won the gamble. I rolled the dice, and it came back to my point. So sometimes you roll the dice and it come out snake eyes. You've seen that before. So here we go, back to running 2 concepts at the same time. One concept on one side of the field, another concept on the other side. We get our little comeback route. We're down by 7. It's almost halftime, and we're ready to go. I was down by 14. Now I'm down by 7 with the ball, and I can tie the game. So here we go. He's already seen this little swing route right here because we got the wide side of the field. So we'll throw it at him. We'll throw a fake swing route with a slant coming back across. All right. You've seen me do this time after time. This stuff is repetitive on this channel. It's therapeutic. You've seen me do this in the gun split slot and the slot offset, featuring the RPO peak zone bubble and the RPO read bubble. And the goal is to do a lot of swing routes and make him bite. And then we hit him on the backside with a slant coming straight across the field. This is what you call your bishop. He's just, he was in a rook position, but he's doing a bishop move, as if this was the chessboard. So here we go. We got our knight going straight down the field just in case he can split the cover 2. We see him flinching in the middle. He's waiting on Texas. 1001, 1002, 1003. He picked it up, ball gone. Okay, we didn't get Texas or the seam, the tight end seam. So we made a smart play. He was there. We can't be greedy. I'll take a field goal. In my mind frame, here we go. Switch. All we were waiting for was the safety to make his move. Okay, you in the pocket with your footwork will do this. That's why they say, fear not the man that runs 1,000 plays once, but fear the man that ran one play 1,000 times. That means I've mastered the concept. This is part 6 of volume 2.5. We even have a switch concept called deep fork in volume 2, and it's the same thing. You know, we've done this versus the 2 high safety shell. We've done this versus the 1 high safety shell, which all results in cover 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's just a read. It's just a matter of time when you do it. You're picking up on the defensive tendencies. You know, 21-21 halftime. Remember, I was down 14-0. We ain't bragging though. I'm just making sure that's noted. We looking at formations. Look, he's in the nickel. It's 6-on-6. Remember, I have a tight end with my 5 linemen on the line of scrimmage, so it's 6-on-6. 3 yards is good for me. If I go 3 yards for 4 downs, that's 12 yards. That's the first down every time. This is called a 10-yard fight. Look at his DB out there. A simple drag route. That's what bishops do. Just slice and dice through the defense. He's a sneaky type of possum type of player. My slot receivers in this scheme will do bubble screens, slants, and drags mainly, and wheel routes, and tear up the defense. You just don't know who's the most important piece. That's one thing about the schemes that we do on this channel. If you're new, everybody is eligible to get the ball at any time. You just don't know. You don't know what you're going to do at the line of scrimmage until you see the defense show their hands. Whoop, nice. We got the first down, right? We ain't worrying about 40 yards and 50 yards. As long as we get positive yardage to set up, manageable second and third downs. That's what I care about. I want to make second and third down as easy as possible. 4th and 1 is scary. Sometimes 4th and 1 is more scarier than 4th and 4. So here we go. You guys can do it too. 2 concepts blended into one play. That's what we do. It's a cover 3 type of look. The switch route is null and void, and we had the comeback route. We made sure number 22 was occupied by our tight end underneath. So we sent some guy to the sideline, and it cleared out for that comeback route. That part right there is a video by itself. If you haven't checked out the video we call Double Me, you might want to go do so. Counter tray. Sometimes counter tray and 0-1 trap and 45 base and jet touch pass, you will look like a clown running that play. And sometimes you will look like a genius. It's nothing in between, like no 1 or 2 yard gain. It's either gonna be a no gain or a big gain. So that's how I see it. And those plays deserve a spot in my audible system, on the play call sheet at the line of scrimmage. Because I've had way more success than, bad turmoil, bad outcomes or whatever. So I'm pretty sure you guys have too. So just let me know. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing so far? Has it been working? Or is it a numbers game type of thing? Let me even know what you've tweaked about the scheme. I don't expect you to agree and just carbon copy catfish on everything. Let me know. Here we go. Halfback draw. Halfback draw only got us 2 yards then. 1 yard. But you've seen times where we've gashed the defense and got 10 yards, That's why we talk about pre-snap and post-snap so much, because they're 2 different things. Like, look at this. Pre-snap, he got 2 high safeties. You don't know who's going to roll or who's going to drop down in a cover 1 robber. It could be cover man double buzz. So they all played backwards, and I dumped it off to the running back, and we get a gain of 3 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that thing go. Remember earlier we moved this linebacker in the red zone, right? Remember that, right? We moved the linebacker. All we needed him is to do a subtle movement. Now we're running the drag with Texas. Touchdown. He's still concerned about the tight end. Look at him. Once he committed to the tight end, he was out of the picture. And this is a well-timed base. That's why I say you're either gonna find a one-on-one matchup or a timing-based concept. And timing based also requires space. You know that it got to be that way. It's either gonna be one-on-one matchup, which is a mismatch, or it's gonna be a timing based concept when you're splitting windows and just simply going through the cracks and the crevices of the defense. All right, so it's one high safety. Here we go with a new game. He's up 7. He got the momentum. Open field. What do you call that? You call that a timing based concept or a one-on-one matchup? That was more like a timing based concept because he was out in space. Look at him. It was a mismatch. You know, he's not even he's keyed on the run game. We're down the field. Picked up 22 yards simply because no one was in front of him. So that's a good, that's another way to see it. Another thing we talked about before a long time ago was having time with no space versus having space with no time. Like this play right here was a run play. He was, running plays are concepts as well. Let's not forget that. Running plays are concepts as well because, you got pulling guards coming from different ways. You're running through different holes and different running lanes and pathways and stuff. So running plays are concepts too. That's a concept. That was very different from inside zone. Inside zone is a simple direct handoff. But 45 base and counter trade and halfback draw takes a little longer to develop. So it's all about a numbers game. Look at me just running away, just trying to be where he's not at. We're just trying to set up manageable second and third downs. That's my primary focal goal. It's second and fourth, so I need to get at least to the first down right now. I really don't want to see third downs, And the defense is always going to have a weakness. You just have to find it. You just have to find it. Even if you play a whole game and only get 3 points, there were a lot of weaknesses on that defense. Look at that. Woo! That's why I say running plays are concepts as well. So here we go right here. The wide side of the field is to the left. We got the one high safety. I'm banking on triangle to be in man to man. And yes, it is. Phew! Left him. Here we go. One-on-one matchups or timing based concepts. We thought it was cover 3 or cover 1. So on the right side of the field, we're running the man type of beaters. I could have threw the curl route probably, but triangle had more space on that side of the field. The curl route was wide open on circle. That was wide open. So, and then if you look at it ultimately, Square was running a deep post across the field in case if it was cover 3. Had that been cover 3, I'd have split right in the middle of the field, so that's how that thing go. Here we go again. Second quarter, still down. He's using the middle of the field. Nice catch, Texas. This is one of those drives where we're worrying about clock management, down and distance, time and score. I'll take 3, in my mind, as long as I get across the 50-yard line with enough time, we're good to go. Thank you. Sometimes you can't panic. You can't let the moment get too big for you. It's still back down to X's and O's and looking at the detail of the defense. We see, first of all, he's in a nickel, 2 linebackers. Then we read the safety. Then we read the depth of the cornerbacks and the zone drops. That's what I got going on. And With these formations, everything looks the same. Here we go. We want to split the safeties. There you go. Got him. That's all it took. He thought we were going to sit here and keep dinking and dunking. And once I seen him get the two high safeties and it looked like cover two, I'm like, well, damn, we can split the safety and the cornerback. Just never know. And we're running the Texas underneath just in case it don't work out. So we're dictating, we have an answer for everything he have. The smash concept wide open. Circle and X was wide open. Look at the right side of the field. Everybody got everybody beat. Because we were simply reading. We understand the secondary of what they are, what they can possibly do post snap. Post snap. I'll tell y'all like this. For those who really listen and die hard about this thing, if you look at these previous 6 videos with the gun doubles offset weak, gun normal Y off, and gun flex Y off, this is like a book. It's maybe like 22 minutes long each video. This is like a book. And I'm going in more details and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why we call it volume something something part something something. So yeah, this is like a storyline. Back to the principles, time and score. I need to get out of bounds. I'll take 3 this drive. I just want to be involved in the game. And we're going to run every concept we can from the personnel grouping of 11. From the 11 personnel grouping. 1 tight end, 1 running back, everybody else receivers. Here we go with the switch route. Switch route will beat the cover 2 by splitting it down the middle of the field. And it'll beat cover 1 with triangle going in the slot. Pew! Now that was a total difference from the last time we beat him with this concept. Last time we had to deal with man to man. This time it's cover 2. So that's what we got out here. You guys can put that in your arsenal. That was a switch play from the gun doubles offset weak. Switch concept. Beautiful. 1001, 1002, 1003. By the time we take our step up, it's 1003 and it's time to go. It's time to pull the trigger. His using skills is okay. I see where he's at. He's on the defensive lineman. He's running back late. You see him where he's at. He's late. He's on the right end in front of my left tackle. He's running back late. Yes, man. There's a lot of information that has to be processed at the line of scrimmage. If you don't see that stuff, that small little stuff, that can determine a turnover or a touchdown by missing one key factor pre-snap. So here you go. As you can see, I'm down again. I'm playing catch up all game. Whoop. What? I've never had the lead yet this game. He's had the momentum, but we've been rallying behind every time. Every drive, we've been right behind him, right down his throat. Still running the switch concept based on what he do. That's where we go. We thought about the switch concept. Sometimes it's good to just get down the field and run the switch concept at the end of the drive. Once you get close to the 50-yard line or past the 50-yard line, because he'll forget about it. That's the point of doing these 4 sets right here. We're making everything look the same. This is the same formation we run the switch concept out of, the jet touch pass, counter trade, you name it. All the plays, Texas, the flat route, the halfback motion swing. This is all of those plays looking like the same. So he don't know. All he's thinking about, like, oh, we're playing a numbers game. We're trying to win the box. We're trying to do whatever it takes inside, up front. And then we go outside with stuff like that. And we go from our own 41 to his 35. 24 yards on the play. Because it's a mental thing. At this point, I want to just keep the ball right here. It's under 2 minutes. All I need is 3. All I need is 3. All I need is 3. You got to understand time and score. Here we go. Jet touch pass. Like I say, sometimes you'll look like a clown, sometimes you'll look like a genius. It all depends, you know. But I've had way more success than failures with that play, jet touch pass. So, like I say, man, y'all let me know what you got going on. I want to hear from y'all. All right, is it working? Did you have to tweak some things? Do I only make sense to myself? Let me hear from y'all, man. Hit that like button and comment, man. I'm out, y'all. Assalamu alaikum.
This is how we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow.